God, you stink. The survivalist duffel bag. You could dog. So this is the survivalist, I guess. So this is your last year then. The year 21-24. I've been leaving notes for them and gifts. So this is for the children that have moved in to the Zion Canyon. Yeah, so I've been leaving notes for them and gifts. Oh shit. They like the books, started with stories but moved on to weapon manuals, medical books and practical stuff. In the notes, it's embarrassing, almost like those card people. Right, so this is going on about. So yeah, this is his final year. It's going on about leaving notes and stuff to the kids who have moved into the canyon. So if you want to read it, you can. I'll scroll down slowly, and you can pause wherever to read. Oh shit. Have I mentioned that I'm dying? Randall Dean Clark, 5th of February 2053 to January 21-24. So yeah, I'll leave all that in. If you want to pause and read it, you can. I'm not going through all that shit. Reading my head perfectly fine to myself, but reading out loud, fucking get stumbled over words. Hello.
You are the one Joshua Graham sent to us.
Yes.
Blessings of the Father in the cave on you. Daniel is waiting for you.
Well, let's just confirm my suspicions. Randall Clark is the one who. The sorrows are the ones that Randall Clark was guiding. Yes. I like your big glove. Where can I get one?
A Sorrow's Yao Guai fist is a sacred symbol. It shows that we belong to the tribe and have willingly undertaken a dangerous quest to aid the tribe. Each Sorrow makes his own, and only after hunting and slaying a Yao Guai that threatened our people. Our shaman, White Bird, oversees the rites. Perhaps if you spoke to him, he would allow you to undertake such a quest.
Sorry, my mind's just gone blank. I don't know if I said that or if I just conveyed that to you telepathically, but yeah, I don't know about the bear glove. It's pretty cool. Okay. So, what's your deal?
Waking Cloud is my name. I am midwife to the Sorrows. It sounds ill omen, no? Midwife to Sorrows.
Ha! You're funny. Midwife, I don't see any children around.
The children and the old have already been evacuated from the camp. They are safe enough, unless the Whitelegs come for us in force.
What do you do when you're not delivering babies then?
I tend to other hurts and sicknesses that afflict our tribe. I also scout the valley for the herbs I use in my medicines.
Okay. So you're like basically a doctor. Let's talk about something else.
What would you speak of?
Give me some information on this Daniel. Who is he?
Daniel is a wise man and a great friend to the Sorrows. He taught me to speak the language of New Canaan, the English from the holy books.
The English. Holy books.
Yes, the language of the New Canaanites is the holy tongue, for it is the language their sacred books are written in. The Father in the caves brought it to them after the judgment, but the ancestors of the Sorrows sinned against him. They were denied the true tongue.
How long have you known him?
6 years. He attended the birth of my third child. It was a hard birth. The river nearly carried my water to the Father, and my child's with it. Daniel knew the ways of New Canaan's medicine. He stepped in and saved both of our lives. After the birth, I asked Daniel if he would teach me what he knew of childbirth. He agreed, and so here I am.
Okay. Let's talk about something else.
What would you speak of?
Tell me more about your tribe.
We have dwelt in the Narrows since the end that came in fire. When the Father in the caves punished the world and made us forget the holy tongue. We have had good relations with the other tribes in the valley. At least before Salt Upon Wounds brought his Whitelegs here. We have Daniel to thank for our continued existence. His advice and help has kept the Whitelegs from overrunning us so far. I do not know how long even he can protect us, though.
What do you know about Salt Upon Wounds?
He is war chief of the Whitelegs, and the worst butcher of them all. The tribes he has crushed are many. The warriors he has slain, countless.
Who or what is the father in the cave? I already know the answer to this.
Have you not heard of the god of the New Canaanites? He is our protector and our judge. He helped our ancestors find their place here in Zion. He gave us many gifts, but we are not to seek him out. His caves are forbidden to us. Those who seek them out are taken from us.
That doesn't sound like what I've heard about the New Canaanites.
Perhaps you do not fully understand the New Canaanites. I have seen the Father's images. His holy bride and holy son were given unto the world to save it. They dwelt in the caverns of the mountains, caverns which can still be seen today. The people sinned against him and were punished with the end that came in fire and the loss of the holy tongue. Only the New Canaanites were spared.
I see. That's fascinating.
I'm sure Daniel could tell you more. His knowledge of the Father is greater than my own.
Fair enough, that's all I wanted to know for now.
Then I will look forward to our next speaking.
Yeah, you're getting very confused between the New Canaanites god and... What the fuck is this up here? Sorrow's camp. Okay, that was a weird map marker there. How do I get up? Okay, I'll just run around that rock for no reason. So we have the survival cache. Right, stuff in there. That's 5 out of 6. Have a Desert Ranger combat armor, Desert Ranger combat helmet, footlocker. Okay, terminal. Yeah, 2096-1. So if you want to read through this, you can. Okay, so this is when he first met the people from Vault 22. They killed the Mexican family, or Spanish family, or whatever, that he was helping out from the shadows, and he's looking to get revenge on them, because they did heinous things. Right, so I got his armor. Pretty cool. Let's have a quick look at it. Obviously, I ignore the backpack, but forgive me, mama. And the helmet, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool looking helmet. Pretty cool looking armor. Yeah. So, Daniel.
The dead horse has told me details about the attack on your caravan. A stranger's sympathy might not count for much, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry. The Sorrows will mourn your friends too. They mourn everyone, even the Whitelegs. They have sensitive souls. Innocent, if there is such a thing. In spite of what's happened, I hope that Joshua and I can help you out of here. But to be frank, we need your help too.
I mean, they weren't really my friends. They were just acquaintances, but thank you. Anyway, Joshua told me you needed a few things. I think this is everything. But before that, what do you know about the Father in the Caves? That's the most important question.
Father in the... Oh, right. He's some spirit the Sorrows used to believe in. Watched over them from the caves in the valley. They marked some of the caves around here because they think they'll be punished for going inside. I think as more of them learn the teachings of the new Canaanites, they'll lose their old superstitions.
You might want to have a chat with them. They think your Lord and the Father are the same.
Oh? Oh. Of course. How stupid of me. They probably also think Mary is the mother and Jesus is the child.
Yep.
No wonder they picked up on things so easily. I guess it just goes to show how difficult it is to communicate sometimes.
Yeah, why are you so eager to... Sorry, why are you so eager to evacuate Zion? You don't seem to be a pacifist.
There's an old saying that goes, if you want peace, get ready for war. You've got me figured half right. I'll shoot dead any white leg that tries to creep into this camp. But it's only to protect the Sorrows. The Lord helps those who help themselves. But the Sorrows don't know how. Joshua and I do. Since I got them into this mess, I need to get them out.
You're right to leave, but I don't think... What? But I don't think you should kill any of the Whitelegs. What? Shut up. Shut up, me. That's stupid. That's an awful lot of responsibility to take on.
The new Canaanites interfered in their lives. We did that. And we've done it before, with others. Always with good intentions, but things go wrong. When that happens, we can't just abandon them. Let them die at the hands of New Canaan's enemies.
Joshua's come up with a reasonable alternative. Why not help them fight?
Joshua doesn't just want to fight the Whitelegs, he wants to annihilate them. The stakes are too high for their tribe. Hurting them won't dissuade them. If they can't join Caesar's legion, they'll die out in a generation. They've never learned how to survive. Food preservation, tanning, even basic hunting and cooking seem beyond them. They only survive by scavenging and raiding. But that can't last. They'll only stop if Joshua and the dead horses can kill their war chief and their entire war band. That's exactly what he intends to do.
Okay. So what do you do here anyway?
I used to help the Sorrows with various medical problems and general issues they were having, but my bishop sent me here as a missionary. We New Canaanites believe that there is a path to salvation for everyone, and it's important that we set people on that path if they're willing.
You said you used to help the Sorrows with problems. Why? What do you do now?
I'm trying to make amends for allowing our problem to become their problem. The New Canaanites, I mean. The Whitelegs have always fought with us. And with Joshua returning, Caesar has motivated the Whitelegs to stamp out the New Canaanites entirely. That means the tribes we work with, too. It's already happened. I just want to prevent something terrible from happening to the Sorrows.
Has this happened before? The Whitelegs attacking other tribes?
Yes. But not just Whitelegs. Raiders, too. Prospectors, slavers. Anyone who thinks they can exploit the ignorant and the innocent. We lost the Tar Walkers and the Crazy Horns. We did our best, but we made mistakes. We paid for them. But they paid more. I'd like to get out from under that debt someday. Until then, it's enough to stop ourselves from getting deeper in the hole.
The Whitelegs are already here, so what's the plan?
To remove the Sorrows from harm's way. I have to give credit to the Whitelegs for finding their way here. Though I imagine many died in the process. But they can't follow us east. Not into the Grand Staircase. They don't know how to live off the land. We head there, we can find some safety.
Okay then. Talk about some elves.
Of course.
So, what do bishops do? Is that your boss?
Yeah. Bishop Mordecai is... Sorry. Mordecai was my bishop. He was killed by Whitelegs during the attack on New Canaan. He was responsible for our congregation there. I don't know who my next bishop will be, but that's a problem for tomorrow. There are plenty of troubles here for us today.
Wow, what happened to New Canaan?
We lost it. Our community, everything. But the past is gone. We have to look forward.
If you don't acknowledge your past now, it will come back to you later.
True enough. We can't escape it no matter how hard we try. Best we can do is own up. Trust in the Lord to forgive. Joshua was gone. So were a lot of the other New Canaanites. Whitelegs must have been watching for a long while, counting who remained. We didn't think the Whitelegs were a real threat. Maybe it was overconfidence. Maybe sloth. Either way, we didn't see them coming. They attacked at night. They killed without regard to age or infirmity, armed or unarmed. They beat children to beat them to death in their beds while they were sleeping. And now we're all that's left. Maybe 30 of us. Pride goeth before destruction.
Okay. Salvation from what? The wasteland? Sorry, yeah, we're going back to the Sorrows. So what did you bring these tribes to salvation from what? Yeah, words. Fucking.
A spiritual wasteland, yes. We believe that before this life, our souls existed elsewhere. And after we die, our souls will leave this world. During our time here, we have the burden of choice. The choices we make determine where we go in the spirit world and how we will face judgment. New Canaanites believe, as many once did, that God was made flesh here on earth as a man named Jesus Christ. He sacrificed his life to save us. Every sin, every terrible thing that you, me, or any one of us have done for all time was washed away by his blood. We just have to accept his love. That's why we visit the tribes, to spread the good news. For all we know, we New Canaanites may be all that remains of Christ's followers.
So that's kind of far-fetched, even for the ways that. Why don't you teach them useful instead of filling their heads with nonsense? Okay, you know what? We'll just go the least offensive route. Interesting.
That's actually a better response than I usually get from Wastelanders. No offense.
Oh no.
There's a lot going on right now, but why don't you take this? Read it. Maybe you'll hate it, maybe you'll be bored. But if you have questions, assuming we get through all this, let me know. It used to be my job to answer those questions. Maybe it will be again.
No, it's just a scripture. It's fucking a better response than most Wastelanders. No, my responses were much worse. I just felt like being polite. I'd like to talk to you about Mordecai. Come on, just consoling me.
I'd like you to drop it. It's a private matter.
Listen, motherfucker, you're the man in charge. If something's troubling you, it could be affecting us all.
I never thought I'd be in charge of anything. Don't know why. Bishop Mordecai was old. He had been sick for years. He couldn't walk anymore. It wasn't a problem for the rest of us. He made it out to be more trouble than it really was. Just his way, I guess. When the Whitelegs came, he was upstairs. We couldn't get him out in time. The house caught fire at the base and worked its way up. Fast. He didn't die of smoke. I wish he had. Sometimes I wake up and for a minute or two I think all of it was a dream. But it's not. It wasn't. I wish all of this were some fevered vision of what could have been, instead of what is, what we let happen.
What a little bitch, it's fucking wasteland. Okay, what do you know of the Whitelegs?
They're hateful savages who live only to plunder and destroy. Their leader is a devil called Salt Upon Wounds. War is all he knows. Everything he has, everything that tribe has, was taken by force, raiding, and scavenging. It's said there's no man deadlier at close range. That power fist of his has smashed 100 skulls.
Is that it?
That's true, but so what? It's a low form of leadership. A tribe that knows only war has no future. And so he'll lead them to Caesar.
100 schools. Is that it? Anyway, Joshua told me you needed a few things. I think this is everything.
Well, I'll be. I was starting to lose hope we'd be able to get any of this, much less all of it. Tribals are smart, but, well, they're ignorant. Letting go of a taboo is difficult for them. So I knew it would have to be one of us. Turns out all it took was a Gentile, or, no offense. These supplies are a godsend. But if we're going to evacuate Zion without drawing more Whiteleg attention, I need you to go back into the valley. Specifically, I need you to scout out some locations for Whitelegs and try to recover a map of Grand Staircase, a wilderness area to the east. There's also the matter of the roads. We're going to be heading out of the east side of the park, but I'm not sure the way is clear.
Anything to help. I'll do what I can.
I appreciate the enthusiasm. There aren't a lot of people in the wasteland with kindness to spare for anyone who isn't kin. Since you've been poking around the valley, you might see more activity from the Whitelegs. One of the Sorrow's hunters, Waking Cloud, has volunteered to help guide you through the valley. She has a special talent for staying out of sight. After this, it's just a matter of getting everyone out of here safe and sound. And hopefully you can head back to the Mojave without any more trouble.
Mining explosives. Okay. Daniel has given you some pre-war mining explosives and a special detonator for them. They aren't useful as weapons, but can be used to collapse stone cave if that proves necessary in your exploration. Okay then. Follows Chalk has returned to the Dead Horses camp. Lost his perk. Oh, okay, so Follows Chalk has just left. Fuck you then.
Daniel said that I was to travel with you until you have completed your scouting. Is this pleasing to you?
I don't know how you're gonna walk, you're just a tree. But, sure, whatever.
Certainly. We should make haste then.
Waking Cloud. Yeah, it's Waking Cloud. Waking Cloud has given you the Quiet as Waters perk. While she's in your party, much easier to sneak by the white legs. The perception is decreased. Okay, let's go. Or not. Want to talk about anything?
Katubiyu.
What? You have family?
I do. A fine husband and 3 children. I miss them each day, but I take comfort in knowing they are safe.
Safe? Where are they?
When we learned that Salt Upon Wounds had defiled Zion with his presence, Daniel ordered the children, the old, and the sick evacuated from the camp. My husband volunteered to lead the hunters that went with them for protection. I try not to worry about them, but we have had no news for so long, and Daniel seems sad when I ask him about it. Sad and a little frightened.
I could talk to him, maybe he'll open up more to me.
Perhaps he will. I sometimes feel he thinks he must protect me. If he has news, I would know of it.
Okay, goodbye.
Then I will look forward to our next speaking.
Let's go. Family affair. Alright, let's go speak to Daniel then and figure out what the fuck's going on with this shit.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
You shouldn't be, because you should be thinking, where the fuck? Why are you still here? Okay, is there any other way I can help the Sorrows?
If you could part with it, healing powder would be welcome. We have enough stim packs for now, but we can't rely on that small supply. Brock and Xander plants can be found throughout the valley, and you might even find some on White Legs you come across.
Okay. Why do you need a map of the Grand Staircase?
Grand Staircase is farther east, deeper into the Colorado Plateau. The White Legs were able to reach us here, but it's only because Zion is close to the Long 15. They can't pursue us east of here. It's too wild. Throughout our history, we have called many places Zion. This valley is full of God's beauty, but it's just a place. Zion is more than this. We cannot use any and all means available just to protect stone and water and a piece of sky. We have to hold on to our faith. Far more enduring. If we sacrifice grace for a piece of land, we may live in this valley, but we will no longer dwell in Zion. It's better for us to leave now.
Okay. Well, that's one way to look at it. Tell me about Walking Cloud's family. Waking Cloud's family. I keep on calling her Walking Cloud.
What do you want to know exactly? I'm sure she could tell you much better than I.
You are a terrible liar. She said one of her births was difficult and you helped her through it.
Oh, well, that's true. Waking Cloud is a talented midwife. She certainly brought more children into the world than I have. But there are some problems she's never dealt with. One of them came up when she was having her 3rd child, and I really didn't do much. I'm surprised she mentioned it.
Okay. So... Did you help the rest of the family leave Zion?
I did.
Okay, let's talk about spouse. No. What's the matter? Did something happen? Tell me, now.
Her 3 children are safe. They made it north weeks ago and met up with New Canaanites heading east. Her husband didn't make it. He died protecting their children from a White Leg attack. Do not tell Waking Cloud. She is one of the only Sorrows who can communicate easily with us, and her tribe needs her to be strong right now.
It's her husband. Don't you think she has a right to know?
To everything, there is a season. Who are you or I to put this heavy burden on her now?
You're the new Canaanite. Who's supposed to lead? Who's supposed to help lead these people, not hide things from them?
I know, you're right. I shouldn't have hidden it from her in the first place. We can't fail here again. Zion can't become the next New Canaan. The Sorrows don't deserve that. They don't deserve any of this. Sometimes I look at them and wonder if they would have been better off if those old trails had stayed forgotten. If we had never found any of them. Tell Waking Cloud if you think that's best. I won't stop you.
Goodbye.
Until then.
Katubiu.
Shut up. Your husband died, killed by Whitelegs during the evacuation.
What? No. You must be mistaken. Daniel would have told me.
I'm afraid so. Daniel kept it from you because he thought the grief would distract you.
How dare he? What gives him the right? I thought Daniel was my friend, but he cares nothing for the Sorrows.
He was only doing it because he thought it was what was best for the tribe. It wasn't an easy choice for him.
Perhaps. I will have to have a very long talk with Daniel when all of this is over. Thank you for telling me this truth.
Okay. Whitebird.
Hola, outsider. Welcome, child of omens. You come to receive visions of truth?
I don't know what visions of truth means.
Take drugs, kill a bear, seek medicine plant, return with sacred datura root, receive visions of truth, they guide you.
Oh. What if I don't want to do any of that? Stares at you wordlessly. Okay, I guess I'll just go then.
Go. Return, maybe yes. Return, maybe no. But go.
Okay. Well, I've already got the route anyway, so,
You have root of sacred datura?
indeed I do. Here. I have the Sacred Datura. Here.
These roots make sacred vision tea. You drink, you see path before you. Ready?
Not yet, I need a moment.
Tea will wait. Me? Maybe not.
Alright, you drink the tea yourself then. Hold up, friendlet.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be, that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be, that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Do you know what it means?
You don't want to leave Zion. You'd rather kill every last one of the Whitelegs. No, I don't really care. Yeah, yeah.
Given those two choices, yes. In the best of all possible worlds, they would just leave us in peace. But they won't. I don't enjoy killing, but when done righteously, it's just a chore, like any other. Practiced hands make for short work, and the good Lord knows there's much to be done here.
This conversation just got pretty dark. What was all that about Happy and dashing the little ones? What was all... yeah.
Happy are those who do the work of the Lord. Zion belongs to God and the people of God. It is a natural temple and monument to his glory. When our Lord entered the temple and found it polluted by money changers and beasts, did he ask them to leave? Did he cry? Did he simply walk away? No. He drove them out. It is one thing to forgive a slap across my cheek, but an insult to the Lord requires... no. It demands correction.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
I and the dead horses are prepared to do what must be done to protect Zion from the Whitelegs. And though Daniel won't accept it yet, there are many Sorrows who are also prepared. They may not be warriors, but this is their home. If you have a chance to speak with Daniel about this, ask him to consider defending Zion instead of abandoning it. He has good intentions, but I fear that if we evacuate the Sorrows from this place, it will be lost to them, and us, forever.
Joshua Graham, okay. You must know what you're doing. Can I fast travel now? Yes.
These roots make sacred vision tea. You drink, you see path before you. Ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Drink. Tea is strong. Tea is bitter. Wisdom is strong. Wisdom is bitter. You see? You go to cave. Find Ghost of She. Lay Ghost to rest. This your quest. Bring peace where was strife. Go.
Oh shit. Okay. Wow. Holy fuck. Ugh. Ah, my eyes. Retrieve the paw from the Ghost of She. Okay.
I'll try if I must.
Ow.
Was never brave enough. Here they are.
Come on then, you little bastard.
You leave me no choice.
Hello.
Messy business. I am glad it's over.
Is that it? Ghost of She's paw. What a bitch. I like how the ashes are still on fire.
Does Ghost of She like quiet and grave?
Indeed, it's done. Not yet, I had some questions first. Who or what is Ghost of She?
Sad story. Not for your ears from my lips. Ask midwife. She speak to your ears.
Okay.
Does Ghost of
Some questions. Okay then, I guess I don't have any questions after all.
Wise man knows when to shut mouth. You may be wise, or maybe not.
Shut the fuck up.
Does Ghost of
Shut up, it's done.
Then visions of truth
Wow.
are at an end. Though you yes, maybe no. Only for you to decide. Here, take. Gift to remind you of visions. Use well, or sell to curious trader. Either way, says much about you.
Okay. So I got told to ask you about the ghost of She.
Katubiu.
Tell me about the ghost of She.
That is a sad story. I do not like to tell it, but if you are asking, it must be at Whitebird's request. That I will honor. Long ago, a girl lived among this tribe. She was a curious child, and a clever one. And her mother had a devil's time watching over her. One day, the child slipped away from camp and went to play in the caves nearby. The girl did not know that a Yaoguai slept in that cave. The girl died. The tribe wept. For the girl had died before her naming day, and her ghost would remain restless and wandering upon the earth. Many hunters tried to kill the beast, but it eluded them or drove them off. The shaman said that since it had consumed the girl, the two were one. So we call the beast Ghost of She, for the child had no name to be called. That is the story of the Ghost of She. It is a sad story. It is our story.
Your ghost of She was a little bitch.
Then I will look forward to our next speaking.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Before we do anything else, what do you know about Salt Upon Wounds?
He's a butcher. Believe me, I know the godless fire that burns in his heart. I've been burned by it myself. He's not the kind to let his subordinates do all the killing. No, he likes to have a hand in it, with that spear of his. He's fashioned himself an abomination before the eyes of the Lord. I'm happy to serve as an instrument of divine justice.
Spear? I thought he used the Pal Fist. Can I ask you some personal questions?
It's not something I enjoy, but I pray to God that someone may learn from my mistakes. What would you like to know?
Are you in much pain? Is there anything I can do to help?
You are kind to offer, but no, there's nothing you can do. We don't use chems, but I learned long ago that I'm immune to their effects. It never stops burning. My skin. Every day I have to unwind the bandages and replace them with fresh ones. Exposing my body to the air is like living through it again. But it's better to be clean than comfortable.
Fair enough. Got some more?
It's not...
Were you always with the New Canaanites?
I was born in Ogden, what people came to call New Canaan. Things were more peaceful when I was growing up. When I was a young man, I went out into the world to do missionary work, as all New Canaanites do. I traveled along the Long 15 and followed 89 south into Arizona. Along the way, I met two men from a group called the Followers of the Apocalypse. Edward Sallow and Bill Calhoun. They came to teach the tribes. Calhoun was a good man. Edward was the one who got us into trouble down the road.
Was one of those men Caesar?
No, not then. Back then he was just Edward. Smart man. Young, but we all were. We thought we could hike into the Grand Canyon and talk to Blackfoots. We did. And the Blackfoots were friendly enough at first. But eventually... I've thought back to that day so many times. I must have mistranslated. Something must have been mixed up, because the Blackfoots decided we weren't going to leave. The rest is history, assuming Edward hasn't changed it.
How'd you end up as Caesar's legate?
This way lies the path to hell. Caesar needed me to translate. Translation became giving orders, Giving orders became leading in battle. Leading in battle became training, punishing, terrorizing. A series of small mistakes before a great fall. And I stayed in that darkness until after Hoover Dam. After I failed Caesar and he had me burned alive, thrown into the Grand Canyon.
How did you survive then?
I survived because the fire inside burned brighter than the fire around me.
Oh yeah.
I fell down into that dark chasm. The flame burned on and on. The next morning, I woke up and crawled out of the northern edge of the Grand Canyon, that cursed place. It took me 3 months to reach New Canaan. It was as though the prodigal son had returned. They welcomed me like I had never left, never done anything to shame them. The fire that had kept me alive was love. Their love. God's love. I will never be able to repay the debt I owe to them. But I must try.
Okay then. What do you know about the war between the NCR and Caesar's Legion? Yeah.
I try not to involve myself with matters of the Mojave anymore. All I know is from before the Battle of Hoover Dam.
What do you think of the NCR?
Better than Caesar, but that's not a high standard. Too much love of money and ownership. Not enough love of God and giving.
Yeah.
Any society that derives its power and authority from the will of man alone lives apart from God and will crumble in the end.
I mean, it didn't exactly work for you lot. Why does it keep on doing this anyway? What do you know about Mr. House?
I had heard of him, but when we were preparing to enter the Mojave, he didn't seem relevant to what was happening. From what I've learned since Hoover Dam, he handled the Mojave tribes in a fashion not entirely dissimilar from Caesar. It's too bad.
Kind of. Well, yeah, he did, but he civilized them. I mean, Caesar's Legion kind of did as well, but they're still very, very barbaric. Yeah. Well, I don't know why it keeps on doing that. Like, keeps on re-saying back to the start, but I'm guessing you don't like Caesar very much.
Love the sinner, hate the sin. With Caesar, it's often very difficult to see through all of that sin to the person inside. I can say that we were both lucky that NCR supply lines and land routes north of Mojave Outpost were destroyed before the Battle of Hoover Dam. Something bad happened near Death Valley, at a place called the Divide. NCR couldn't cut across anymore, and it slowed down the reinforcements. Terrible storms ripped entire companies apart before they even got to Nevada soil. The aftermath of Hoover Dam could have been even worse for Caesar.
Huh. What's the Divide? Or what's at the Divide?
I don't know for certain, and I don't think NCR knows either. Whatever happened at the Divide was too much for them to handle. Our Frumentari told us what they saw. Only fools and madmen would march into a place like that. All roads wind down to the same spot, the grave. They said all that's left there is a gaping wound cut into the earth, cursed and damned. No place for God-fearing folk.
Okay. And, the Divide blocked all their northern land routes? All of them?
Not all of them.
I was gonna say.
But they couldn't take 127 north to get around the mountains. As if Death Valley weren't enough, they had the Divide and Big Empty to deal with. From what the Legion's explorers reported, the Big Empty may as well have been a wall to any living thing approaching it.
Okay then. I guess that's it.
Not all.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, goodbye.
God be with you.
Let's go. Just in here. Grand staircase, map holotape. Eee. Holy shit, okay.
We should not be here. This place, it belongs to the father in the caves. We must not profane it with our touch.
It's a bit late for that. What are you talking about?
The father in the caves. The Holy Father who gave the Saros his succor and gave the new Canaanites his son. Many of the caves around the valley are sacred to him, and those who would trespass are punished by holy wrath.
I understand, I respect your beliefs, but we need to search the caves. Holy Wrath, right, I'll keep a lookout for that. Bet it looks like bet it looks a lot like a bear trap. Yeah, I understand. I'll respect your beliefs then, but we need to search the cave.
I understand. I would prefer to leave as soon as possible, though.
Okay. We've already done it. we already did it. she's panicking over nothing, and then she just gets hit with a bear trap.
The peace of your love.
What?
Amen.
Okay.
Those tents down there, that is a White Leg war camp. Do you see the war totems they've erected around the tents? White Leg warriors pray to them for strength and savagery before battle. This is no raiding band.
Okay. How do we deal with the situation then?
You might rush them and take them by surprise. We would be badly outnumbered then, though, and these will be strong fighters. We might also use their superstition against them. White Leg warriors believe that to lose their totems on the eve of battle is a terrible omen.
So the totems are sacred to them somehow. Good to know.
Yes. If their war totems were to disappear, they would likely lose the will to fight.
Okay, then let's get down to business.
I will follow your command, but I advise caution if it is possible.
Okay. Yeah, we'll use caution. Oh shit, wrong button. Okay, we will hide. Let's go stealthy. Well, that's late. That's a old skeleton. Wipe them out. Oh, okay. Oh, so you pull out a gun now then? You little bastard. Cunt.
Found them. I am glad it's over.
You coming then? Come on.
Yao Guai. Even our strongest hunters could not hope to kill so many. There must be a nest nearby.
What do you propose?
Fighting so many at once is a dangerous prospect, unless you are a truly mighty warrior. This many so close together suggests a nest nearby. If we find it and destroy it, we might have better luck.
You should try find Deathclaws. How do we do that?
Did Daniel not give you some of the new Canaanites' fire clay? That could easily collapse a cave and trap the beasts inside.
Okay.
Look around and see if you can find a cave nearby.
Shit.
It may prove easier than slaying the beasts.
Definitely didn't forget about my phone. Okay, we better get to work then.
I stand with you.
Yeah, you better, bitch. Right, let's go. Yeah, you're already dead. Leave the cave and set off the charges with a mining detonator. Alright then. Let's go. Oh. Why won't it let me do it? God damn it, I was gonna say, oh, finger slipped.
Pass like moonlight on still water.
Okay, well we collapse the cave.
I'll fight you if I must.
What? What we're fighting? Gathering storms. Well, I think I will deal with the Yao Guai here first. Hey, yo. Daniel.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
So I checked everything in the valley and got you the map of the Grand Staircase.
I appreciate it. Well, that's it. This is all we need. Now all that's left is to quietly pack up and try to get out of here without being noticed. That's assuming that Joshua won't try to stop me. And that he hasn't talked you into fighting the Whitelegs despite what I've said. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. You're an outsider. Fighting seems like the practical solution. I'll tell you again. There's more at stake.
Right. Whether you just, right, what's that? So, yeah, this is where I make a choice. So, whether you decide whether the Sorrows should fight or flee, your decision will set their destiny irrevocably in motion. You will be unable to finish any remaining quests in Zion once you make your decision, so choose wisely. Well, I've already done all the quests. I've collected all the survivalist caches, collected all the survivalist items. I have set up the ranger substations, so I have done everything I need to here. So I guess this is where we finish this. Whilst Joshua Graham is right with wiping out the Whitelegs, I do believe you are more right. And I'm trying to think of the word. Basically, I am leaning more towards making sure the Sorrows get out of here safely. And you know, they could always move back eventually. They could always come back home. Yeah, I think leaving Zion is for the best.
It may be. I hope it is. To tell the truth, if something goes wrong, more Sorrows could die in the escape than in Joshua's proposed attack. Even knowing that, it's a risk I have to take. With your help and Joshua's, even if we're attacked, we can defend the Sorrows and escape. We'll be traveling at night in small groups across the valley. With luck, the Whitelegs won't know what's happened until the next morning. But if the Whitelegs realize what's happening, Joshua and I will need you to help us escape.
Okay.
Don't hold back. I promise you. The Whitelegs won't.
I haven't been
Once
holding
our
back.
path is clear, I'll give you everything you need to get back to the Mojave. But the Pine Creek Tunnel must be collapsed behind us. It's the only way to delay the Whitelegs' pursuit long enough for us to get a head start. Good luck. And may God be with us.
Waking Cloud has returned to the Sorrows camp. Okay. She's just giving me all of her shit. I never even gave her that stuff. Okay, I've leveled up. Right, what do I want to go for? I'm on the highway to
Daniel
hell.
must have made it to the tunnel by now. But there are Sorrows all over the valley. We have to help them and get Daniel out of here.
Alright, let's go.
Right.
Joshua Graham has given you the Way of the Canaanite perk. While Graham is in your party, any 45 caliber auto pistol you use has less spread and is twice as likely to score critical hits. Didn't think you guys took prisoners anyway. That's one way to deal with that.
Juan. Reino Purcatus.
Stay there. Hey, so... Oh, it's been locked again. Okay. Where have you been? Right, dancing flip.
You friend of Soros, yes?
Yes.
Together we smash white legs that defile holy places, yes?
Yes. No, I smash white legs alone. You stay here so you not get dead.
Since you are friend to Soros, we go. But you kill white legs.
Indeed. Let's go. Come on then, motherfuckers. Hell yeah. Right then. And now we've got to retake the bridge. Oh yeah. What's going on here?
Foolish, Outman. You best white legs, you think. By my spear, you die.
You're using a power fist, not. You're not using a spear. You're using a power fist anyway. Right, time to die, General Gobbledygook. Yes, time to die, General Gobbledygook.
You mock white legs. You die now.
No, you're gonna die, bitch. This was rather underwhelming. Where's your submachine gun? Anyway, where's Salt Upon Wounds? Is this him? He's turned into a pile of salt. Salt Upon Wounds helmet. Hey, you. Well, this fight was rather anticlimactic, isn't it? Oh shit. You're dead. Hello. Okay. Yeah. It was all going so well. Hello. So.
Please, have you done everything you can for the Sorrows? Are they all accounted for?
Yes, go.
You've done more than I could have ever hoped for. Thank you. And may God protect you for all of your days. Goodbye.
Joshua Graham has left your company. Yeah. Daniel has given you a detonator that is set to detonate the C4 placed above the mountain of Pine Creek Tunnel. Firing this detonator will collapse the passage and prevent any white legs from following Daniel and the Sorrows out of Zion. Oh, okay, is this it?
And so it was that the conflict between the New Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
After the Whitelegs drove the Sorrows from Zion, they celebrated by destroying all traces of the valley's former inhabitants. They appealed to the Legion for assimilation, but were denied. Their failure to eradicate the New Canaanites in Grand Staircase and farther up the Colorado had not gone unnoticed. The Whitelegs made a half-hearted effort to find the New Canaanites, but were driven off by dead horses trained in the ways of Joshua Graham. The Whitelegs lost all hope of joining the Legion and disintegrated into a number of petty raiding bands, leaving Zion Valley a polluted cistern.
Daniel succeeded in leading the Sorrows out of Zion, as he had wanted to do from the start. The courier protected the Sorrows during the evacuation, ensuring that most reached their destination unharmed. Over the weeks and months to come, Daniel would see to the Sorrows' resettlement in Grand Staircase. Their adjustment to their new home was not without difficulty, but eventually, the Sorrows came to accept the loss of Zion.
Having helped Daniel and the Sorrows escape from Zion, the Dead Horses returned to their home at Dead Horse Point. The tribe continued to learn from the New Canaanites, and over many years built a flourishing community along the banks of the Colorado. Though the tribe's bond would endure, it was Joshua Graham's legend the Dead Horses would revere, not the tenets of New Canaan's faith.
Already weakened by several seasons of bad trading, the Happy Trails Caravan Company was initially discouraged by the results of its expedition. The fate of New Canaan and the evacuation of the Sorrows from Zion made the prospect of trading seem fruitless. When Daniel told his family about the exploits of Happy Trail's employee, the courier, however, New Canaan decided to repay the company's kindness. Twice per year, New Canaanites made the dangerous journey west to trade with a company in the city of New Reno. The Happy Trails Caravan Company could not survive on such trading alone, but the New Canaanites' generosity made tough times go easier.
Follows Chalk took the courier's words to heart and decided the big cities of the Mojave Wasteland and NCR were best left unexplored. Though he sometimes dreamed of distant lands, he continued to support his family at Dead Horse Point, and eventually, his wanderlust faded.
Waking Cloud was distraught when she learned of her husband's death, but took comfort from her tribe and the compassion of the New Canaanites. She forgave Daniel for having concealed her husband's fate from her, and learned to accept his fate. When her grief faded, she took a husband from the Dead Horse tribe. At her bidding, he stayed close to home.
After leading the Sorrows from their home in Zion to safety in Grand Staircase, Daniel continued to wonder if he'd made the right choice. He spent his life evangelizing the beliefs of his people to a new generation of young men and women, as his ancestors had for centuries before him. He was happy with his family, but for the rest of his life, there were nights when he awoke with sadness to find he had been dreaming of Zion.
And with that, the courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
Was that it? It's a bit fucking dark. Holy shit. Can't see. Okay, so... Depart in paradise. Return to the Mojave via the Southern Passage. Joshua Graham's armor, Daniel's outfit, Daniel's hat, Chalk's headdress, and a light shining in darkness. Goodbye, Zion. I hope to never see you again. Journey to Northern Passage Cave.